You're now listening to the Basic and Boujie podcast.
Wait, what happened?
It's our show and we don't know how to start.
We always is just like,
Man, this is gonna come so naturally to y'all in a few more weeks. So
I know.
Yeah.
it's okay. Go ahead.
So we say, back by popular demands.
Oh, wait, we have
Oh yes, we have an applause.
back by popular demands.
The fans asked for you again.
Oh,
The
wow.
DMs were blowing up.
You gotta
my
give the people what they
goodness.
want.
I feel so special.
So, what's your name again?
Oh, I'm Jamie J. By most people call me. I am Melanie's sister and friend to Jocelyn for the past 25 years and hopefully the next 25
Oh, and more.
and more.
We'll be the Golden Girls.
I wonder who I would be. I gotta think about that. I'm gonna come back to that question. I don't know who I would be from the Golden Girls.
You wouldn't be
Productions
Dorothy?
said you could
Would I be
speak up.
Dorothy? Yeah, maybe I would be Dorothy.
You probably would be Dorothy.
Yeah, that sounds like me. That sounds like me.
I feel like lately I'm Rose.
Yeah.
It's just whatever that means.
Whatever that means.
Yes, but I'm very, very happy to be back on the Basic and Bougie podcast. We had a lot of
Featuring
fun.
Bitter.
Featuring Bitter. Yes, I'm bitter. I'm bitter. We'll discuss that another time. That's another episode.
So what are we talking about today?
Well,
We
my
want to talk about guests.
my thought was talking about dating, single life versus dating versus married life, because we are all currently in those areas of our lives.
Different stages.
Single, yes.
I'm ready to mingle.
It's, single / dating, with
Super taken.
some super taken, not
Super
married,
taken.
but living together, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I'm married for the past 12 years, 13
duper
years.
taken.
Excuse me.
Super duper.
So married for 13,
13.
years. Yeah. Lucky 13.
You just gave away that basic or bougie question.
Super superstitious.
And we dated for 5 years before we got married in November of 2007. And we've been together ever since. 2 beautiful daughters.
Oh, I was only out of high school for a year.
Yep.
Young
Yes.
tenderoni.
Yes, young tenderoni. But yeah, married life is no picnic. Like, it is not for the weak. You have to be strong. It is work. Like, there is another relationship that I admire. I do not know how they do it. Damaris and Tony, if you watch this, you guys are aliens.
We'll get him on the show.
They're so perfect, it's disgusting.
It grosses me out. I love your love.
Oh, I love you so much.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Love the way you love each other in private, the same way you love each other in public. It's a beautiful thing. Y'all been married for, I believe, now 2 years. It's great.
They love out loud.
But
they both
they
love each other
love out loud for sure. But it is a very rare thing to see that type of love now. Like, I don't see that type of love with other people. Bernard and I have been through some serious ups and downs, almost getting divorced on more than one occasion. Going through some medical issues and things like that, and nursing him back to health from there. It's been a lot of work, but I think we're in a great place right now. Not to say that it's perfect in any way, shape, or form, because there is a lot of work that still needs to be done. But to think about how far we've come, it's amazing transition. Because when we first got together, I don't even know why he wanted to marry me, because I knew I was a pain in the ass. I was a pain in the ass then. I'm a pain in the ass now. I'm just less of a pain in the ass. I'm more tolerable right now. But when we first got together, I was an emotional wreck. I had just gotten out of another engagement. My life was basically in shambles when we first met. And it was like that for several years after. It took a very, very long time and a lot of patience on his end for me to grow the hell up. Because I was in my 20s and I was still acting like I was in high school, lying just for the sake of lying, like just doing stuff.
Shit.
Yeah, just dumb shit. Like, just didn't make any sense. And when I saw who he was and how honest he truly was being with me about his feelings and things like that, then I started to follow suit, and I started to let those walls break down a little bit and stop being so guarded and things like that. But
he had to show you that you could trust him.
yeah, absolutely. And like marriage is like, people go into it so cavalier, so casually. Like the vows now, they don't mean anything to people. It's like, oh well, if it doesn't work out, I'll just get divorced.
Let's get divorced. Yeah, right.
Yeah, like no, then why get married at all?
Right,
or people
right.
that say, that cheat all throughout the relationship, and then they say, okay, when I get married, I'm gonna stop cheating. You know that's a lie. That's a lie. You and I both know that's a lie. You don't turn those feelings off for the opposite sex or same sex. No judgment.
Right.
You don't turn those feelings off just because you walk down the aisle with somebody. That's not how that works. And
not to cut you off, but I was like, I remember Fred, you know who you are.
No code names there.
No
code name needed there.
When the person he decided to be with was the person that he cheated on me with, and then he married her. But before he married her, he was still cheating with other people, and I'm like, are you like, what's the plan? Because now you're gonna get married. He's like, no, when I get married, I'm not gonna cheat no more. Well, that didn't work out, and then now they're divorced. And so, if that's what you're gonna do, that's what you're gonna do.
Right? You don't stop being attracted to other people just because you get married. It just doesn't. That's just
Say,
not
control
how we
yourself.
work. We're not wired that way.
Right.
But how is single life for you?
Single life is fun. It's a lot. It's fun. It's interesting. It's lonely sometimes.
Well, single life in quarantine is like,
oh yeah, that's
Right.
it must be a whole different story than like someone who's single or was single before quarantine.
Exactly. Like me and Jody, who is somewhere on this show somewhere, became single about 6 months to a year apart. And if it wasn't quarantine, it would have been like, girl, okay, we're just gonna take this trip here, we're gonna go downtown, we're gonna do none of that. This is a different single. This is like single and solo.
Right.
This is like
this is good soul searching time.
oh yeah. That's
Figuring
what you're
out
like.
what you want.
When you said
What
like
you need.
I was a hot mess when he met me and emotional, and yes, my emotions are all over the place. I'm definitely in a better place now than I was a couple months ago, but it was a struggle at the beginning. And the holidays that just passed, that was a struggle.
Right, the holidays.
Because I was like, oh shit, 14 years, and this was my first like Christmas without him, first Thanksgiving. I'm like, oh god, the memories. Can you just erase the shit?
Valentine's coming up. Yeah.
You don't think about it, and then like something will happen, and it's just like all the memories flood back, or something happens. And you're like, ugh.
Yeah. It's tough. It's tough. To be with someone that long, and then it ends because someone couldn't deliver what you hoped they could.
So what, I guess, keeps you and Bernard trying, right? A lot of people, the first sign of like an argument, like a financial crisis, infidelity, whatever, like that chaotic moment for them is, they just are like, we're done. Like what keeps you guys trying, at least at this moment, or at those previous moments, right? When you were at the brink of divorce, like what kept you guys going for each other?
What made you not get divorced? And you're still together.
That communication, man. Like I can't stress that enough. That communication has to be all the time, 100%. And I'm the worst communicator. I will definitely, cop to that. I'm not a big talker, in my relationship, or tell you how I'm feeling, and he's always trying to get it out of me. It's like pulling teeth. Like, how are you? I say I'm fine. He's like, okay, what else more than fine? Like, how are you feeling? What's going through your mind? And he just puts me on the spot with that, and I'm just like, I don't know. Like, and I could be thinking about a million things, but the minute he asks me that question,
it's like a blank.
My mind goes completely blank, and it's got to be so frustrating for him. I know it's frustrating for him. But it's just a constant work in progress. Like we're all works in progress, and that relationship is always a work in progress for me. So back then, it was just trying to working on the communication and things, and knowing that it was worth fighting for. Like it wasn't like he wasn't a lost cause. I wasn't a lost cause. Now, when those types of things happen, it's all right. We've built this life. We have this home. We have these children. all these things that we've been through in the past. Like I can't imagine another person being by my side when something, devastating or tragic happens, because that's when the real test comes in.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
You don't really know that person until something happens. Like, God forbid, you get married one day, and a year from the date you got married, this person gets struck down with cancer and they got to go to chemo and they're throwing their guts up and all this stuff. Are you prepared?
Right.
Are you prepared to take care of that person? Vows, sickness and health, rich or poor. We've been both. Like, it's a lot. Like, if you're not prepared to do those things, the marriage is not for you. And I didn't realize how prepared I wasn't prepared. Like, no one can be prepared for the stuff that he had that pulmonary embolism several years ago, and I almost lost him.
Right.
Like, I almost lost my husband, and like, I couldn't imagine being a widow in my mid-30s. Like, I'm like, what the hell is?
Layla was what, 4 or 5?
Yeah, she was very young. She was very young, and yeah, like I said, now it's still worth fighting for. Like, I know that he knows that I'm going to be there for him, and I know he's going to be there for me. And I can't say leaving this relationship if there's going to be another person that's going to be down for me the way he has been.
Right. He's proven himself already.
Oh, time and time again. Absolutely. Yeah. No regrets there.
I was watching something on TV, and the way she was like breaking it down between a fiance and a wife, I understood, because she was like, as a girlfriend, as a fiance, and this is an older woman getting married for like the 15th time, and she was like, when you're a girlfriend or fiance, it's like, oh, do they take vitamins? Do they take meds? I don't know, I don't care. But then it's like you become a wife, and it's like, oh, you have to take this. And then all of a sudden, I really care. Before it's like, oh yeah, he's doing what he should be doing, and then you become a fiance, you care a little bit more. But then when you become a wife, and you make it your job to make sure that. Exactly. That stuff like that is taken care of.
I know every medication that he takes, and when he has to take them, I've picked up his prescriptions and things like that.
Like, oh God, I don't care.
That's not my business. You a grown man, figure it out. I'm not your mama.
So this we gotta do something responsible for me. I ain't your mama. I ain't your mama.
I know me cooking. I can't sing. I'm sorry. We don't have the rights to that song.
I know. Don't charge us. We're poor.
Please don't sue us. We're just getting started here. J-Lo, you got all the money in the world.
Right.
You don't need this.
You don't
need this money.
Don't come over here.
But if you want to help.
Yeah, right. If you'd like to donate, please visit us at.
You can always play your music on our show.
What about you, Joss? Like, how's the relationship going there, and do you see like the future?
I do see the future. The relationship is great. Like, coming out of a long-term relationship before this one, and this one's already far exceeded my expectations of it and what I assumed it was going to be, right? We didn't think we'd get this far. We thought we were just like enjoying each other's company for a while. Because
technically he was kind of your rebound, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You didn't really date anybody else between Richard and the person you're with now. Richard.
No.
What was the time frame between you and Richard?
There's some overlap.
Oh, okay.
oh my. Damn. I'd like details.
There's some overlap. We weren't dating. We weren't seeing each other. We weren't like doing anything, right? As a couple for a year, right? Like everyone just assumed and believed, because we made them believe that we were still together, that we were living together, which we never did, that we were this like happy couple, right? So then when we officially broke up, and then I started introducing people to Kyle, because he wasn't just this rebound. He wasn't just this, I don't mean to look at you like that. No, like rebound. Because he didn't turn out to be just this rebound, like fun person I was enjoying spending time with. He turned out to be so much more, like a family guy, loves his nieces, loves his family, is serious about his work, is, serious about his health, like all that stuff that I didn't see, right? So there was some overlap there, and I think that worked out to my benefit, because I saw that there was someone who would truly care about me, no questions asked, trusted me, like was there, wanted to be there. Like Kyle basically moved me into the house that I bought and never left. and that we've been happy ever since, right? Like this is.
Oh, I didn't know he helped you move in. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when my parents first met him.
Okay.
And he was so nervous about meeting Maria and Vising.
Because Miss Maria was not a fan at first, right?
No.
Like she was not.
Oh, no, Maria. What
She
happened?
didn't know what Richard had done.
Right.
That put
That's
me
our
at
fault.
the point.
Because
Yes.
I
Right,
feel like
because
people,
we protected them for so long. So when I had to say, "Oh no, we weren't living together,"
Right.
right?
You're
because of this-
protecting your relationship. So from the outside, it looks like it's perfect, and on the inside,
Yeah.
you're like, no, I'm just hiding all this shit.
when they find out everything that actually happened, like, no,
Yep.
you're gonna give this guy a chance because this one we weren't living together. He was cheating on me since day one. Okay.
El primer día.
Let's be very
Sure.
clear. Ended up marrying the woman that he cheated on me with for the
we
last
have that in
5 years.
common.
Okay.
That's young too.
So let's be very clear that like where I was starting to look like the bad guy because I was protecting him for so long. No, I'm not going to be the bad guy anymore. Like this is what actually happened. These are the things that actually happened that made me say I've had enough, right?
Right.
And then to find someone who like really cared about me and was interested in who I was, what I was going through, like work-wise, family-wise, everything. And has been there ever since and never wavered, hasn't questioned, like his loyalty hasn't changed. He knows that my loyalty, it stands. Because I am a loyal person, but to a certain extent. Like
Right.
at that point, I was like, that's enough. Like I can't do
Yeah, you
this
can't be
anymore.
loyal to a fault. Not
Right,
not if it's
exactly.
affecting you negatively.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
So, I mean, it's great. Like I honestly never thought I would get to this point with anyone else, right? I just thought, well, been with Richard for so long. Like
Right.
that's who I'm going to end up,
You were gonna end up settling.
marrying and whatever if we have kids and stuff. Like that's
it's scary to even think like, oh god, I'll put all this time in and I gotta start all over.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my god. Like you do because I had all those thoughts. I'm like, man, if I'm gonna be unhappy, then I'd rather be unhappy by my fucking self. Like, I, like if I'm
because then you have somebody else to worry about their unhappiness.
right, exactly. No, I felt like I don't feel like I'm lonely. I felt like I was lonely in a relationship, and we lived together. Like that didn't make any sense to me.
Right. Right. Yeah, you should definitely not feel lonely in a relationship
Right.
that you've been in that long.
Right.
And, and it's not like he didn't know. That's how you
it's
felt.
not
You
right.
made it very clear.
I've always been vocal about how I feel, so
He
That's
just
just what it
wasn't
is.
listening
Right.
or wasn't consistent. Like, all right, you cleaned up your act for about a week or two.
right.
And now we're right back where we started.
Another chance, act right for a week or 2 weeks or a month. And then I was like, the more I thought about it, the more I was like, I felt like I was asking him to be somebody else
Right.
for what I needed.
Right.
So it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work. We're just two completely different people. We grew together and then we grew apart.
Yeah. Yeah, but in considering the time that you guys got together, you were in high school.
17.
Yeah.
I was
Y'all
17
just
years old.
finishing up high school, and now y'all in your 30s. Y'all are different people now. Y'all are different
Yep.
people. So, that happens too when you get together with someone young. I mean, if you have you're fortunate enough to marry your high school
And
sweetheart,
There are
that's
definitely
great.
some stories
Yeah.
like that, but they're very rare.
They're the
Very
Like,
exception.
I feel like we all
They are
want
the
that. Like,
exception.
oh, high school sweetheart.
I thought I was gonna marry my high school sweetheart.
Right.
That did not happen. That couldn't happen.
It could not.
No, that could not happen. My life would be very, very different if I had. So glad I dodged that bullet.
Then I felt like once we broke up, I was like, no, you were my couple goals. And I'm like, oh god. So one thing I definitely when me and him broke up,
okay.
I was like, oh my god, if y'all broke up,
Oh,
like there's
yeah.
no hope. And I'm like, see,
Right.
but that's my fault because I projected this perfect picture.
As most people
And
But
do.
you know
that's
why?
not what
If
it
you
was.
tell people the actual truth, right? Like if you ever say this person did that, like
Okay.
then they would always remember that. They're not remembering the good stories about that person. They're always going to remember that he did this,
Right.
right?
How they happy? She was just pissed at him, whatever.
Right.
So instead of letting people in and saying when I was unhappy or when he did something that pissed me off, I only projected the good stuff.
Right.
Because like you said, we have a habit of I'm gonna tell you that he pissed me off, but I'm not gonna tell you what he did to make up for it. So now I look crazy when we're all like happy on IG.
Right.
Like, well, you were just fighting with him.
Right.
I don't know. One thing I did learn is don't make anybody else's couple your couple's goals because
No.
you have no idea
You
what's
have
going on
no
behind
idea
closed
what's going on
doors.
behind closed
Right.
doors. None at all.
Like, oh, they look good. I wanna be as happy as they look.
Yeah.
Right.
But maybe not with them.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I definitely got a lot of that. Like, oh, if y'all broke up, there was no hope for me.
Yeah. Man. Yeah. So let's see. Married now, like I said, 13 years in November. Before him, it was that other engagement. Between that engagement and meeting my current husband,
you was a hoe.
I was a straight hoe.
Heaux Tales.
I got my first apartment. I was, I believe, a sophomore or junior in college.
Shout out to Drexel.
I had money in the bank. Shout out to Drexel University. Y'all ain't never gonna get another dime of my money.
Not another penny, honey.
Not another penny. Yeah. And okay, let me tell you how long ago this was. Okay, I'm about to age myself. First of all, I'm about to turn 40 in about a week. I still had dial-up internet, okay? If you don't know what that is, Google it. There was no Wi-Fi. There was no Wi-Fi, okay? It was...
No. No Wi-Fi?
No Wi-Fi. I had to literally unplug the phone jack from the phone and plug it into my laptop.
Today's kids will never know.
To get
they were like,
internet access.
Jack?
Right, a phone jack? Like, what's that?
Yelling at your parents, get off the phone, I'm doing my paper.
To get my internet access, and it would make that horrible noise, like you were doing a fax, and then
Wait,
AOL.
Explain a fax to them.
Listen, I'm not going through the.
This is not a history lesson.
There's gonna be a lot of Googling going on depending on what generation is watching.
Fax?
No, not fax, like fax.
No, right, not fax. FACTS. FAX. So, and then AOL came on, you got mail, and then bam, all right, now I can start doing my, God forbid a phone call came in, completely dropped everything.
The whole thing.
The whole internet just would stop working. So I created a Black Planet page. Google that as well. This was dating app before dating app
this
slash
pre-Tinder.
Yes, pre-Tinder. This was before Instagram, Facebook, all that. I think MySpace was just getting off the ground
probably
when I was doing this. And I started going into chat rooms and talking to different guys and inviting people over to my apartment, just all willy-nilly. Never met them a day before in my life. Come on over. They'd sleep over. We'd do our thing. They'd leave in the morning. Sometimes they'd leave that night. Or we go out to breakfast and, you know, that'd be the end of it.
Did you take any of these guys to Olympia's?
God, no.
Okay.
No,
okay.
you know,
you'd have to leave.
I didn't take him to Olympia, but I did pick up breakfast for us, Sparkles.
Oh, Sparkles gets to go.
Sparkles
to
is an exception because his real name is Charles. Hey, I don't know where he is anymore. I don't know
if you hear this, Charles.
Yes, if you hear, like, please hit one of us up and just say hello. But I adore Charles. We used to work together. Long time ago. God, I think this was even before like 9/11. We worked together somewhere, and I was dating Liar Liar Pants on Fire. That's what we call the previous engagement. Yes, the previous engagement. So I was dating him, but he had cheated on me, so I felt as though I had to get back at him. I was very immature, as we are at that age in the early 20s, and I cheated on a guy from my job named Charles. Cheated on him with him, and actually spent like a whole weekend with him and dodged my Liar Liar Pants on Fire's phone calls like that entire weekend.
How'd you do that?
I'm good at what I do. What can I say?
The life before social media was so much easier.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, you know, I had gotten the apartment right around that time. I had quit that job. I got a better job, and we stayed in contact. And he came over and he stayed over, and I had picked up breakfast from Olympia's because, you know, I was right around the corner from there. Olympia's is Allegheny and Howard Street. Okay, if you've never been there, it's this little hole in the wall on the corner on Allegheny. Highly recommend it.
So delicious.
So good breakfast. Shout out to Olympia.
I can only have like their
white
potatoes.
No, I was like, wait, can you eat that?
Get that corn muffin.
I was gonna say, get that buttered corn muffin, aka the crack muffin that we call it, because it is addictive. It is
Do they still give those little cards?
Yes, you get a card like from a deck of actual cards.
Queen of Hearts.
Yes, because it gets packed in there, especially like on a Saturday, Sunday morning. They got a few tables, and like that's it. It's not a big place, but it is so good. Cash only. They don't do credit.
No. But why Sparkles? What was his name? Sparkles?
You named him Sparkles, but I don't remember why. I don't remember why she named him Sparkles. And
it's stuck.
It's stuck.
And I don't know why I named him Sparkles.
Yeah, don't know why I named him Sparkles, but yeah, we like that. Charles was good people. But yeah, I was cheating on him on Liar Pants on Fire with Charles, and then once he was out the picture, I actually saw another guy from that exact same job that I had a super cute crush on. I knew he had a girlfriend. Didn't care because I was in my whole days. And he stayed. He came over. I was like, all right, cool. No, he didn't. Oh no, he was a dog. He was a dog. His girlfriend was beautiful, really nice, super loyal girlfriend. Just a fool, a complete fool. Because he's married. And he slept with anything that moved.
But are they married now?
I don't know. I don't have no idea. His name was Judea. I don't know what he does now. I have no idea what he's doing now. But I always had a crush on him. I was like, all right, cool. This is my opportunity. Yeah, we slept together. And sleeping together led to him spending like 4 days at my apartment. We smoked and ate and watched TV and screwed and
it's a good chill.
It was just a chill. It was literally. I thought it was gonna be like a one night stand thing, and it turned into like a 4 day thing and stretching. And he was like, "All right, I'm out. All right, cool." Never saw Judea again to this day. That was like early 2000s. It's been like 20 years.
That break too.
Yeah, like, because you didn't take him to Olympia's.
I didn't take him to Olympia's, so he had to go.
Feed me. She fucking eats a Snickers and Pepsi. Get the fuck up out of here. She's Dominican. Where is my food? Where is my food?
No, honey. My kitchen was never used for cooking. My kitchen was impeccable. I never cooked in that kitchen.
In your kitchen.
You may have cooked it. I may have boiled a pot of water one time in there for something. That's about it. But I never cooked in that kitchen. There was never anything in the refrigerator. I had Olympians down the street. Mm-hmm. I ordered food if I needed it, or I go right down to Mom's house, which was 10 minutes down the road.
I just got like a flashback of your refrigerator and all the white containers in there from all the leftover food, and you always had that peanut butter and jelly in the jar.
The mixed peanut butter and jelly. The goopers. The striped jar.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Always had peanut butter and jelly. But
and a bunch of styrofoam containers. And
ask me if I ever made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in there, because I don't remember ever making it.
I used to eat it all the time.
Then that's why I was in the fridge. It was for you, because I ain't eat it.
My little sister's coming over. I got to feed her. Here's a jar.
Go down the block, go to the poppy store, and go get yourself some bread. Because the bread was going to go bad. I wasn't eating that either. I was eating nothing. It was school, work, Snickers and Pepsi, and lost like I don't know. I didn't have a scale, so I don't know how much weight I lost. I just know that I was skinny.
Yeah, you were.
I was skinny. I went from a double D to a C cup, baby. Like it was real. Like I went into a deep depression after that breakup. Even though I was the one that initiated it.
Yeah, it still don't matter.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like that's what the ex says, like, oh, you're good because you started this. That don't mean I'm good. It just means I had to do what I had to do. Somebody had to pull the trigger.
Because we got along so well. Like, he was my other half. Like, we had the same sense of humor. Like, we had so many things in common. I adored him, adored his family. His family loved me. We actually went to Florida together so I could meet his family.
They were Liar, Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
they were
the best family.
I'm still in contact with them to this day. I saw his aunt last year. She needed a notary. I'm a notary in Pennsylvania, so I went and
shameless plug.
I know.
We'll put the link down below.
Yes. She's the hood notary.
I notarized some documents for his uncle, who actually was one of the family members I had never met. So I actually ended up meeting him. And
what was the introduction? This was his was that how you were introduced, or no?
No, just as Jamie. Oh well, I think she might have mentioned. She said, "Oh yeah, she used to date such and such," and that was it. And when I looked at him, I was like, "Oh my god, you look just like him." He was like, "No, he looked just like me." Yes, I know.
I was like, now he even sounds like him.
Yeah, he even sounded like him. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but that's why it was so devastating, because I thought that was it for me. I was like, yo, I literally found my husband in high school. Like, I really thought this was it for me.
And we loved him too.
Oh yeah, I know everybody did.
We loved him.
Everybody did. Family, Abuelita, she God rest her soul, adored him. Because he just had
language, and they loved each other.
Yeah, right. Because she didn't speak English, and he didn't speak Spanish. But
the love was there.
There was definitely love there, and everybody loved him because he just had a great personality. He's very charismatic. just a sweet guy, great smile, all that stuff.
Now. I remember something happened at school with a situation with a boy or something.
Yeah.
And he came up with all his boys. So I was like, that's right.
Yep.
I got my brother.
Yep. Yeah, but and all he had to do was just stop lying. Stop
and keep it in your pants.
Cheating.
That's it.
That's all you had to do, and we would have been good. Like there were plans for the future. But unfortunately, that infidelity will get you every time. But
should we get refills right now?
I don't know. Oh, did we introduce the drink? I don't think you said we told them what we were drinking today.
Well, it's almost empty now, but this is a strawberry daiquiri.
I'm drinking nothing now. Because it's so good.
It's time for a second round.
It is good.
Got a refill.
We're back with our refills.
Like a little strawberry daiquiri. How do we get, if whoever's watching this, you know how we get like an alcohol sponsor, please let me know.
Oh, yes. Yes, that would be a fantastic idea. A bottle of some
We'll drink
something
your
in the
drink
morning.
on air.
Right.
Yes, ma'am. No problem with that.
We'll put it right next to the sign.
There you go. We can put you in the sign.
Sponsored by
Right.
And a little
alcohol.
That's how you know. I don't want no damn Instagram check mark. I want a sponsor. I want
Damn the blue check mark. I don't care about that. I need to
You
be
listen to something,
sponsored.
be like, we gotta pay the bills. I want to do that. Commercial side.
a little message from our sponsor.
Don't
Right.
put anything on the table with labels on it until they cut you a check.
That check, honey.
Because this
Matter of fact,
podcast will
send
blow
it,
up.
We'll try it, and then we'll tell you.
There you go. Perfect. Fantastic.
Just to tell us what it is, and you gotta cut the check.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's see. What are my whole day stories?
Who was your favorite victim? You were like Meg the Stallion before Meg the Stallion. Like thinking he a player, he a member on the team.
I wouldn't go that far, but I would probably say Naeem. You and Veronica met
we
Naeem.
met him.
You actually met Naeem.
We thought he was very cute.
Very cute.
And then when you broke his heart, or whatever the story you're about to
Very,
say, we
very
were like,
cute.
but why?
He was a little guy, but he just wasn't very bright.
Oh.
He wasn't smart, and I need a smart. I need someone with a little brains, and he just was not that guy.
That's not good.
He didn't have a regular job, but I sucked him dry of whatever money he had, and then I sent him on his way.
But she's not Meg the Stallion. Okie dokie.
I mean, all I had him do was buy me food. He didn't buy me anything else. But
That's all you
just
could
like-
afford.
But what was very surprising was the sex was amazing. It was A1. It was
he had
amazing.
to make up for
He had to make up for it
Slide him a
somehow.
book every now and then.
Y'all could learn together.
Yeah, I met him on the train coming back home. I was shopping, and he approached me on the train, and I was like, the fact that you were bold enough to even say anything to me
Right.
with someone like me who has resting bitch face to the nth power, I had to applaud him for that
Right.
alone. Just the fact that, you didn't give a shit about that, and just you saw something you liked and you went for it. I was like, all right, I'll give you a shot. Not really my type, shorter guy, slim guy, just he's a little whittle guy. But
What was the moment for you where you're like, he's not so bright? Was it just
it's just
basic,
in general,
conversation?
just basic conversation that I could just see it as like, yeah,
It's like
this
small talk.
Yeah.
And that never ends.
yeah,
You
small
can't
talk
keep
never
up with
ends.
small talk. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, I couldn't see it going anywhere, so I was just like, all right. And then I had no way of contacting him. He didn't have a cell phone, so he would disappear for days at a time, and then all of a sudden pop up at my apartment, and I'm like, all right, I ain't seen you in 4 days, 5 days. I think at one point it was almost 2 weeks, and I'm just supposed to say, hey, welcome back.
Come on in.
No, did you bring me food? Okay, well, come on in.
What's the password?
Yeah.
Olympians. They need to be a fucking sponsor.
Yeah, Olympia, come
Yeah,
on.
because you can't eat inside right now.
You can't.
There's no social distancing.
No, there is not.
That would be one table, one table only.
They take one customer a day. That's about it. Yeah, but no, that just wasn't going to work. That was he was a fling. He was a friend. That wasn't going to go anywhere.
We were devastated because
Why?
Well, I think because we thought he was so cute. And we're
Yeah.
he's so cute. And it was just after the other devastation of Liar Liar Pants on Fire, and we were like,
Yeah,
Right.
no, that wasn't. And wasn't it like an accident that y'all met? Like y'all, like I saw y'all.
I think we dropped you off or picked you up.
Okay.
Did he live like by the L?
I don't know. I don't remember where he lived. I don't remember much.
That's how
About,
much he
those
cares.
days were a blur. Those days, like I was in a weed fog. Like those days were a blur. I don't remember a lot of the
I
stuff
feel
that
like I
happened those
remember
days.
a drop off or a pickup at somewhere near the L. Like you could physically see the L from where we were either dropping
Okay.
you off or picking you up.
Okay, yeah, I don't recall, but yeah, I don't think I never intended to introduce y'all to him, so it was definitely one of those pick up drop off situations, and I don't think you ever met him.
I heard his name, but I never.
Okay,
You
I
never
still
met
have I still have pictures of him. I actually saw them the other day. I was cleaning up some stuff. I was like, oh, look, Naeem. But no, that
You
wasn't
ever
gonna
look
go
up any
anywhere.
of them on social media? I'm such a stalker.
No, I don't care. Couldn't care less what's going on with these people anymore.
I thought I was gonna have like a whole phase, like, yeah, but get this out of my system.
Mm-hmm.
But you know me in stranger danger. Like, I don't trust people. I'm like, what you want? Who sent you? Why are you here? Like, I can't be a hoe. I can't do it.
Oh my God. So the last time, and this was years ago, we all went to Great Adventures as a group. Do you remember when we
I
went to Great
remember going.
Adventures? Veronica.
Yeah.
I think even Lily was there.
I remember my outfit that day.
Yeah, I don't remember
This is
that.
my skinnier day. Well, I don't expect you to remember it, but I remember.
That's how you know it was a good day.
It was a good outfit day.
All I
That was
know
a
is
good
that I
day.
had a migraine that day. We were walking in the sun. It was so hot. And I just had the worst migraine that day. And I'm sitting on the bench waiting for you guys to finish whatever ride y'all were on. And one of my hoes was there. I said, Great Adventures is how big?
Right. And how far?
And I'm
from Philly?
bumping into you. And it wasn't even a good experience. Like it was almost embarrassing for him, the situation that happened. Like he didn't bring a condom with him, so I had to kick him out the house and all this stuff. And we saw each other. We made eye contact, but I didn't say anything to him. He didn't say nothing to me. We just kept it moving because he knew not to. Like I was pissed. I was like, you came over here, you knew what you was coming, you knew what it was hitting for, and you didn't come prepared.
He knew. He wanted to raw dog it.
Nah, that I did not do. That I did not do. I didn't play with
He
that.
knew exactly what he was doing. He knew his reason why. He didn't forget.
Because the
That's
plan
some bullshit.
was we was going to go out. So I went downstairs.
Ma'am.
I'm sorry.
You're on the show.
I went downstairs to meet him. And he saw what I was wearing and he changed his mind. He's like, can we go upstairs? I said, whatever, it's cool with me. So we went upstairs and, making out, whatever.
One thing almost led to another.
And, asked about the condom. Oh, I ain't got one. Then you're not getting this. So you got to
Well,
go.
you know how you got in here. You know how to get out.
Yeah. He left with his blue balls and sayonara. That was all, that was all she wrote.
That's funny.
So another guy that I was talking to, his name was Rico.
Sorry, my wig is so tight right now.
Do you have a note stuck up there, like
No.
a certain TV
not
personality?
like my icon.
Okay. She doesn't do that anymore, though.
No, she
okay.
doesn't.
He didn't get you a crown to
I
put
know.
on
I
top
should
of
get
Yeah.
a crown.
The thing.
Absolutely.
So
What's his name? Really, Rico?
his real name was Rico. Black guy. He was black with the name Rico.
Did you
RICO.
see his driver's license? Niggas be lying. They be lying. Was he a rapper?
He was a private investigator.
Oh, okay. That was his private investigator name.
Yeah, he was a private investigator. And I stayed at his house one day, and I was supposed to go to work the following day. And he was like, nah, stay or whatever. He's like, dude, I got to pay rent. Like, I need to make this money. I can't stay. He's like, how much you get paid? So I made up an amount higher than what I get
But of
paid. I was
course.
like, oh, I'll make like $200 a day or whatever. He's like, I'll give you the money for it.
What in the
Get back
world?
in this bed, honey.
Cool. I was like, see, but I knew he had money because he was doing something other than PI work.
Oh, for sure.
Some serious shady stuff. Because
Like,
I was
feel like
sitting
PIs
there.
are shady in general.
Yeah.
So he definitely has something else going on.
I'm sitting on his recliner watching TV, and several people would come to his door. A lot of sketchy looking folks was coming to his door. And they would come in, but they would only stay by the door. They wouldn't come all the way into the house. And then Rico would go into another room and come back out, and there was some sort of exchange. I wasn't really paying that much attention. I just knew it was some shady shit going on.
Rent.
Right. I'm just gonna mind my business.
My business.
What channel
Wendy
Wendy
on?
on?
Me cash or?
And we went shopping and did stuff like that. And the end of the day came.
Okay,
Yeah, the end of the day came, and he was about to drop me off. I'm like, run me my money, bro. Like, let's go. He's like, oh yeah, I got you. All right, cool.
yeah.
Got my $200, took my ass in the apartment. Yup, I was a true hoe that day. I got paid for
And
my
you
time.
went shopping.
And went shopping.
You're not wrong
Got
with that.
paid for
People
my
do that
time.
for free all the time.
Now, the sad thing is that he was not well endowed in the least.
Oh, I kind of remember you telling me that.
Yeah.
Cause he's stocky.
He was a stocky guy.
I kind of like. I don't know if you showed me a picture. I remember him being stocky, but it was
Yeah.
disappointing down there.
Very, like below average. So I had to fake it. Ladies, this is why you do not fake it. Because they start thinking that they're better than they truly are. And then they take that into the next girl.
Right.
And
Talking
the
big
next
shit.
girl. Yeah. So he's like, I'll give you multiple orgasms, this, that, and the third. Okay.
Give them to yourself later.
If you say so. Like, he really thought he was doing something. Like, he really thought he was doing something. Nothing. I felt nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I make no apologies for this. Rico, if you watching, bro, I'm sorry to tell you. I don't know if someone else has told you by
I
now.
got the motion of the ocean down.
But my friend, like, and he was an older guy. Like, you would have thought by
damn.
now he would have known better. Like, I was in my early 20s. He had to have been in his mid 30s or
People
something.
lying to him his whole life.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely had some money on him. And around this time, me and Bernard had started dating, but we weren't together. So I was still seeing other people, and I ended up staying at Inez's house.
Is that your phone again? Can you put it on silent?
It's
Androids don't got silencers.
Yeah, I don't know. I would do it, but I don't have an Android. Listen, it took Johnny 10 years to make this. 10 years in a breakup, but she finally made the switch.
I'm gonna get an iPhone eventually. Goddamn.
The Layla will have one before you.
Vince has one. Get it together.
Anyway, I'm not ashamed of my Android. I like my Android.
Your story reminded me. Did y'all watch the Trey Songz video?
I keep seeing memes about it.
Yeah. So what's going on there?
But I haven't watched it.
So there's a
or listened
video
to it.
that went viral of him getting some fellatio.
Oh.
And everybody's talking about how well endowed he is and all that. And he is, but I couldn't get past the beady beads. There's a forest there. And I was just like, I don't care if you're Trey Songz or not.
Please.
You need to manscape.
Manscaped.
They don't have, maintain that area, please.
Oh, God.
I have to pull up the picture. Because
Don't.
everybody else is talking about it. I'm like, nobody sees this forest. Nobody.
Ew.
They see y'all blinded by Trey Songz. I am not.
Yeah, because Dr. Miami had posted something about that. For all y'all that are asking for the Trey Songz, it's not going to happen. So stop asking.
So I'm like, can you really see? You can't really see here. But I'm like, you see that bush?
Yeah, that's a
I might have to
lot.
send you the video so you can see the bush itself.
That's,
Yeah, you can't really
it's
see,
a
but
lot. He's definitely well endowed, but
Smacking her in the face with it.
Pretty. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Google Schmoop. I just can't get
I saw
past,
some
like,
other videos of him recently. I'm just like, I don't know.
It's something about him that's turning me off. and I
I'm
don't know
very
what it
turned
is.
off by him because when he first came out, I adored Trey Songz.
You know why? Because he wasn't talking. He was cute when he was quiet.
Yeah,
I think
just
he's-
sing, sweetie, sing.
He understands how, like, cute or whatever he is. I can't think of the word right now. What's wrong with me?
Like what?
The strawberry
It's the
jack.
Strawberry daiquiri.
I can't think of the word.
No, he's definitely feeling himself.
Oh yeah.
So it's just
yeah. But I
SOS.
yeah. And I think he's like I feel like ever since that song LOL Smiley Face, I think that he was on. I was done with him after that song. I was done.
You was done a long time ago.
I was done a long time ago with Trey Songz. Like I still thought he was cute, but now I don't even really find him all that attractive anymore.
Yeah,
It's just
his actions made him. Just like,
it's ugly. It's ugly. I don't like it at all. But
Yeah, so manscaping.
yes, please manscape.
Like-
Like nobody wants to smell them.
You want me to have bush?
Sweaty
No.
balls.
Sweaty ball.
Sweaty
Sweaty.
balls. That's fucking gross. It's nasty. I don't need no seasoning on that meat. season my steak, not the balls.
Y'all want us to keep it clean,
Right?
Y'all keep it clean too. We're not going to do a double standard for this.
No, we're not going to do it. We quickly moved into another subject. We've been talking about this for a while.
She was talking about Rico's little thing, and then it reminded me of Trey
The
Songz
exact
opposite.
Oh my God, I'm going to get sued for defamation of character. But look, if it's true, it's true. Like,
Right. Do we gotta say allegedly?
How many?
Allegedly.
Do we have to start looking up when we say
in
allegedly?
your whole days, you don't know how many Ricos that were FBI or
private investigators.
investigators.
There's more than one
You know.
Rico that's a private investigator in the state of Pennsylvania. Who knows? I don't know.
Right. They could go by Rico.
Yeah. Or maybe there's one. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Somebody
money.
should have told you.
Right.
You're not getting your
what I
money
came
back.
for. No. That money has been long gone.
Some shopping, extra $200.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have called out of work too.
Yeah. What I'm gonna go to work for? I can get paid just for sitting on my ass and watching TV and pretending to have an orgasm. Sure.
I can pretend all day long for you.
Why not?
Ain't gonna pretend for free though.
No.
They might charge you overtime.
Right. Exactly.
Goodness.
Let's see. Do I have any other good
I love your Heaux Tales.
I didn't know all these stories. Like none of these stories.
Yeah. Oh, my body count. My body count got kind of high in the early 2000s. I'm talking like a 6-month period. Like, this was not a long time. Like, it was like,
You had to catch up.
yeah, I had to play catch up. Definitely had to play catch up. Like, I was in college, but I wasn't doing college stuff, and I wasn't on campus, so I didn't get like that full experience. I had my own apartment way off campus. And I just needed to play. I needed to do other things. I had been in a relationship for 5 years, from high school into the beginning of college.
And you wilded out after 5 years. So that's why I think when, at the beginning of my breakup, when I was like posting more and like pictures and all, they was like, oh shit, the savage is out. Like, it's been 14 years. But the stranger danger in me, I can't do it. I just act like that.
Yeah, no. Now, like, if I was in that same position right now, hell no, I wouldn't do that. The crazy stories that I hear people meeting people, through all those dating apps and stuff. God, no.
I see how people
Absolutely
act
not.
when I'm just in a texting situation with them and they start acting crazy.
They go
I'm
way
like,
too far, way too fast.
Yeah, I'm like,
They get very possessive. What is it about y'all men that get so possessive just because a woman says hello to you? Like, no.
Like, being nice doesn't mean I'm flirting.
Right.
Just nice.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Exactly. Like,
Shout out to my friend Keen, because when I first broke up with number 2, he said, be careful. The seasons are going to change. It's going to get cold outside. Niggas need a place to stay. Don't let nobody on the balcony, Mel. Don't let nobody on the balcony. And he's just, one time I posted something, and he was like, is that motherfucker on the balcony? I was like, no, I'm not even. But shout out to Kim, because you keep me in check. And you let me know what's really out here.
that's a good point, though. If somebody that you was like just talking to came to your apartment and saw your view and went up, they probably would want to stay.
Right. Like, I don't want, yeah, no thank you.
Just comfortable, clean, just you, the dog. Yeah, they probably want to stay.
Well, tell them-
that's good advice.
So downstairs, I gave the wrong apartment number.
Oh, did you?
Like off the top of my head, the thing wasn't working, and she's like, "Just where are you going?" I'm like, "Whatever number I said," and she was like, "Oh, go ahead. Wait. That apartment doesn't exist. So I'll tell you that number in case someone wants to come over.
Yes.
I'll give you
I
that
love
number." She's like, "Wait, that doesn't exist." I'm like, "What?" So I'm going through my phone. I'm like, "Oh, this number." She goes, "Okay, go ahead."
Go. What time was? Oh yeah, that was Miss B. She takes her job very serious on Saturdays.
Oh yeah.
Unless she's outside smoking a Newport, and then she don't give a fuck who you are or where you're going.
I don't know who was outside smoking what, but I'm like, damn. Can you wait?
Wait.
She's right there.
She probably about to hit that next.
Oh man, I used to have a job where I would smoke weed on my lunch hour.
Okay, well, you're going to have to come back next week to find out where Bitter was working and smoking weed at the same damn time. Stay tuned.